Do you want to watch me slide? I can do better. I can do better. I need a running start.
A running start so you hit the
The direction we were moving was clear now. Without wanting it, without even knowing it, we were becoming a gang.
Hi, it's me, Sarah, and today I'm going to be making birthday brownies for my mom. I got this recipe from this really old book called Great American Name Brand Cookbook. And we're going to be making the best brownies brought to you by Hershey's. Okay, so you'll need half cup unsifted all-purpose flour, 1 cup of sugar, a 1/3 cup Hershey's cocoa powder, a 1/4 teaspoon of baking powder, a 1/4 teaspoon of salt, a teaspoon of vanilla, 2 eggs, and a 1/2 cup of melted butter, 1/2 cup of chopped nuts if you'd like. We don't like nuts, so we didn't put any nuts in.
What you need to make these is a large bowl, a whisk, and a flat spatula. One of those rubber ones.
First step is to melt your butter if you're like us when we use the stick of butter. If you use the West Coast butter, it's 1 stick. If you use the East Coast butter, I think it's half of one of those long ones. So after you melt your butter, you put that in the large bowl with your sugar and vanilla. And then you mix those together. Before you add the eggs, what should you do, Mom?
Crack the eggs.
Yes, you should crack the eggs. But you should also check the temperature of your mixture to make sure it's room temperature or cooler since you've melted the butter. You don't want to curdle your eggs if the butter mixture is too warm. So after you check the temperature, crack both eggs. I do 1 egg at a time, mix 1 egg in, and then do the second one.
When it's perfectly blended, then you have to measure your flour, your cocoa powder, your dry ingredients, your baking powder, and salt.
And then you mix all that together. It'll be kind of thick. And then you'll take a 9-inch square pan, which the recipe calls for, or a pan that is smaller than that size. We used a 7x11 pan. You want to grease the pan either with we've used plastic bag with butter to grease back in the day, but I just used Pam. You preheat your oven, hopefully before this, at 350, and you bake your brownies for 20 to 25 minutes. I think ours will only take 22 minutes. The best way to check is with the toothpick. You stick it in the thickest part of the brownie. If there's little crumbs on it, that's fine. If it comes out kind of with goop or any sort of wet mixture on it, then it's not done. Put it back in for 1 to 2 minutes and you'll be good. Oh, here's a reference. If it comes out like this, they're not ready. If it comes out like this, it's ready. Yay! Okay, once your brownies are fully cooked and your toothpick comes out clean, the recipe says you can add toppings like the frosting that they have somewhere in the book. We don't like toppings. We just like ours plain. So once that's over, you let it cool until you can either touch it if you're impatient like us, or like until it's completely cool and you can touch the pan with your hand. And then you cut it and serve. If you like this recipe or you tried it and you liked it, like the video. Happy birthday to my mom. Her birthday is June 18th. Happy birthday to her. And I hope that you try our brownie recipe and you enjoy it, whatever way you make it, with frosting or nuts or both or plain. Okay, well